Let's go. Welcome back. It's a new day, new week. Let's see what the market has for us this week. And would you look at that? Would you look at that? This was two beautiful setups I took throughout the week. I did update my community. I did update my community on WhatsApp on these two trades. And wow, this big buy over there was Fred Powell's speech yes on Friday. Fred Powell's speech on Friday. And would you look at that? Would you look at that? That was a beautiful setup. And as you can see, I also took it on my MetaTrader there. This was just the trade that I took on my MetaTrader. And yeah, these setups were in my previous video. If you watched my previous video, I kind of laid it out and whatnot. But as for now, it's a new day, new week. Let's see what the market has for us. So delete everything. Start off with the daily time frame. And what does the daily time frame have for us? On the what daily time frame, first things first, we just want to adjust to our key support and resistance zone. So zooming in right there is just zooming in right there. You can see that the market was pretty much around this area. Pretty much you can call it a support, a resistance zone that became support. But for those price action, for those smart money traders, you can say it closed down that fear value gap that is over there. So as you can see here, we have these three candlesticks that we want to look at, right? We first see that this candlestick that came and bought, they came to touch the zone right here and close off the fear value gap, or touch the resistance zone, right? Gave us a big push up, right? As you can see, gave us a big momentum up. Then therefore we go to the next one, which is this black one right over here. You still see that it opened up over there, then pushed down a bit, then pushing back up and forming a small sort of a wick, forming a wick right over there. As you can see, just there, forming a bottom wick, showing that what buyers did step up to the market. Then therefore we go down to Friday's candle. And as you can see on Friday's candle over there, right, as you can see on Friday's candle over there, it did open up, right, and gave us a push down, gave us the slight push down to take down the previous day low, right, the previous day low of that candle over there. Took out that previous day low of the candle, right, and pushed up and gave us a nice momentum up right over there. Gave us just a nice sweet momentum push up, taking out all of those highs, of the previous day highs and lows and whatnot. Therefore, now since we have that out of the way, we can just zoom in, zoom out or zoom in. Yeah, and just mark out our key points of interest that we're looking forward to, right? And the first key points of interest that I'll mark out is this high over here. Is probably a high that should get mitigated within the coming week or so. And also zooming out, what else do I see? uh okay, I see this trend line showing that what the buyers did. I do see this there. Would you look at that for all price action traders? Just look at that for all price action traders. This is what I see, and just look at the clear picture of it. As you can see here, it is forming some form of a continuation pattern, right? For all those guys that like continuation patterns, look what is this forming on a high time frame. Mind you, this is the daily time frame, so look at the picture. So we do expect the market to push up and break out of that zone. So this is just like the clear picture and direction of which we expect the market to go up, right? So yeah, just delete all of that, then go back to the drawing board. So yeah, therefore let's see what else do we see right there. Now we go back. We want our support and resistance zones, right? We said our first zone was there, that high over there. And okay, mark out this high, look at that, how many tap in, and that is an area of which the market is calling the market is most likely going to tap and break out of that zone. So therefore I mark out our zone, go down to a daily time frame, another 4 hour time frame, go down to a 4 hour time frame and look. Would you look at that? That looks so beautiful. And as you can see now, you get the picture of the daily down the 4-hour time frame, what is going on, and this is how it's looking in the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, what do we see on the 4-hour time frame? What do we see? Give me a second. And oh yeah, I see this kind of a resistance zone right over here. Let me just bring out my box. I see this resistance zone somewhere right over here. I'm just gonna bring out my box right over there. Change the color. Just change the color. I don't like this color, sorry. So yeah, this is what we have. This is what we have over right there. We have this resistance zone right over here. So we got this nice candle that is over there, and yeah, so this is how it's looking for gold. Okay, let's see what else can we do. Zoom in right over here. Okay, let me just adjust that, and yeah, so pretty much let's go down to the 1 hour, and would you look at that? Okay, that looks like a nice key consolidation zone, whatever you may call that. That just looks beautiful. And I also see something over here. Would you look at that? That formed like a nice continuation pattern over there. Sorry, not that. Sorry. Let's just hit. Just there. Form the nice thingy there. Do you get the picture now? And yeah, and it broke out of that zone right there. So it formed if you more like a continuation flag pattern, right? Continuation flag pattern. Then now, what do we expect from the market, right? I'm expecting it to at least push down to in between this area here, forming like some sort of a retest into that channel or trend line or whatever you may call it, then pushing back up, right? So if it happens that pushing back up to our high there, just that high, and maybe even breaking up to the above area, right? Or if it happens that it doesn't like come back down to this area over here, what I can expect the market to do is just push down here, just push down over here and play around in that area, then shoot up, right? But as you know, this is gold. Gold doesn't always do what you expect it to do. So most likely we can also expect gold just to like try consolidate around over here in this area right over here. Just try consolidate, give us like a small consolidation. If this is on a Monday, by the way, just a small consolidation, right? Then a push up. So if it happens, it doesn't shoot back, it doesn't open going down on a Monday, it doesn't go and retest our thingy. We just want gold just to come to this area, give us a nice consolidation around over here, right? Consolidation, then we want to see a push up, right? And that's when we can go for our buys in, then give us a nice push up to the next key point of interest, right? Or if it happens that gold doesn't do that, it can open up with a gap to the upside, go into our areas right over there, then we want to see a rejection off of that area, then we want to see a push down back into our trend line, not a trend line, our box area right over there, our resistance zone that is right over there, that other POI of ours, right? So yeah, pretty much for gold is not